Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to another Saturday. Where, for reasons completely unbeknownst to me, I apparently have an island. Gee. Welcome in, everybody. I hope that everybody is doing well. I see the comments. Blast. Take care of yourself. Have a good look, and hopefully that will help recover from the day. Let's see. We have. Let's get through the welcomes and so forth. We've got a Frauke in the corner, a Raven with 9.5 pages of minions. Yeah, I've only got 5.5. I've got a few, just not that many. 6.5 even. One of them. Actually, no. If I'm halfway through, hold on. Let's have a look. If I'm halfway through page 6, then I've got 5.5, haven't I? I can count. I can do maths. Yeah, here we are. 6. Bit way through. Whee! I know what I'm doing. Really, I do. At the moment, I'm apparently trying to make friends with this mammoth that is apparently Tom Nook by any other name. Seribot, welcome in. Thank you to everyone for joining the scurries, as always. Sin Lily, welcome in. Lotus, thank you for the lurk, welcome in. And a 45 stream streak. Goodness, thank you for that. True Purple, welcome in. I hope you have nice noms, Lotus. Yeah, as I mentioned, Blast, look after yourself. Feg, welcome in. Scroll, keep scrolling. We live in the virtual world. Virtual is where we live. Great. Now I've got the opening theme tune to, oh, what the heck was it that had Virtual is where we live? It's not Digimon. Code Lyoko. That's the one. Then hydrate. I'll hydrate. And a stretch to go with it. I will also note, apparently Amazon, who were supposed to be here an hour ago, are apparently 2 stops away. So, there's every probability that there will be a knock and a ringing of a doorbell that will force me to be distracted briefly. Sorka has 14 pages. Goodness. Probably a sleep will make you magically forget about the solution. Well, it's either that or or a concussion will help forget. You live in a world constantly in fear of the gruntling. Yep. We did have a Pokemon in Arbok. I don't know if it's still here. No, it's gone. I was too slow. Catching up on chat. Volder, welcome in. Good to see you. Sin Lily on a 20 stream streak. Thank you so much for that. Feg on a 295 stream streak. Nyom. Yep. It was one of those stops. The pub. Who knows? Uh-oh. And before we eat to the corner, we have a blast pun. I need to clock in and clock out of my work first. How do mountains stay warm in the winter? They put on their snow caps. Oh. Yep. 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 That was a pun. That was definitely a pun. Exclamation mark. Work. Need to prep the house for kids' sleepover tonight. Oh dear. Good luck surviving that one. Well, have a good luck. We still have the Emperor Nutkin. But let's get up. One of the things that I've done some gathering. Oh, and it's a 418 street day. What do you think that means? What kind of tea do princes and princesses drink? Royalty. Oh. Oh. Yep. Yep. So while I've done a load of gathering, I haven't... throws twinnings. Gathers netherite armor. Netherite armor will not save you from the kids. I have not done much of the moving on of things. I should have waited, but I asked this guy to clear this area first. But we can carry on dealing with him. Look at me, jumping with excitement. A fault in the programming, to be sure. Anyway, are you happy now? That is the cropland. I've even got some seeds for you to sow. Once they've been planted, make sure to water them. Oh, if you have any questions, I suppose I can answer them. Now plant seeds in empty plots using sow mode, which may be enabled by selecting icon in the doohickey of the thingamawhatsit. Now water crops by using water mode, which may be... Hey, we've got... We can sow, we can water, we can do things. Blast protection. Fire protection is their hallmark. Movie protection. No. I must select an item first. Produce. Here we are. Okay. I see what I'm doing. Alright, really are lurking. Have a great stream. Thank you for the lurk, Feg. Right. Okay, so apparently that's what I need to do. Let's go for 2 of these. So we've got cabbage and pumpkin. If I can turn these into carved pumpkins, I can then create an iron golem. I doubt it. But hey, it's worth a try. And then we need to water everything. We are top of the crops. Whee. Everything's sown, watered, etc. We'll come back in about 3.5 hours when that's all grown, probably. Shh, can you hear that? The sound of burgeoning life, budding in the soil. Me neither, but I thought I'd ask. Anyway, you're welcome to plant more seeds wherever you like. Whenever you like, even. Whenever, wherever, whatever. Crops require time and water to flourish into produce. With rift of moisture, they will cease to grow. Crops will be considered watered after it's rained. You may harvest the produce yielded by fully developed crops with the gather mode, or alternatively dispose of undesired crops with the cull mode. Woohoo! More calories! Crikey. Oh, and apparently my front door has just rung. Ding dong, Amazon on high, we hear the doorbell ringing. What the heck am I doing with this singing? Yeah. Whatever. Moving right along. Where were we? Oh yes, we were going to go and talk to Tom Nook. Interestingly, I noticed that I'm at rank 2, so I'm apparently very rank. It's been all of 5 minutes and you've already had your fill of tilling the land. Package? Package? Yes. What a productive little bee you are. Would that I had ye under my employ. Anyway, let me think of another way to make constructive use of your time. Say, do you like animals? Why did I bother to ask? Of course you do. Let's have a look. You'll surely make fast friends with the creature comforter. That sounds so wrong. Nordic wolf, welcome in. The creature comforter. Another subordinate of mine, and one who prefers the company of animals more than its own kind. You'll find the curious fellow standing across from the produce producer. So we've got the produce producer, the creature comforter. Apparently it's alliteration monthly. The pasture may now be unlocked. Speak with the creature comforter in the north of the hideaway to advance your aspirations as a farmer. Chaos Twin! Welcome in, Cal. Down the hill, back up the hill. Somewhere around here is the creature comforter. There we are. Alliteration monthly. And the felicitous furball, don't forget. Point, I forgot. Hey there, friend. Are you ready to build a little home for some adorable animals? No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'll take care of getting this pasture nice and ready for you. You just breathe in the air and relax. Woohoo! Cutscene. Here, on the Isle of Alliteration, which doesn't fit, but hey, we find many of the mammoths jumping for joy. Their programming must be broken again. Right, let me guess. I'm gonna have to go and find some animals. Pasture ready. I know, I'm past the readiness. Sleepy wave. Hey, Cal. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. We've built a nice... why am I... why... who knows? We built a nice little pasture here. But as you've undoubtedly noticed, we've got no animals to put in it. That's why I've prepared some small nets for you here, which will let you catch smaller critters. A word of advice. Be gentle with the animals out there, and they'll treat you the same in return. One squirrel short of a full scurry. Oh my. Before you go, if you have any questions concerning the pasture, I'm always here to answer them. If you've learned one thing during my brief time on this island... Nope. If I've learned one thing during my brief time in this world, it's that you should never be embarrassed to ask questions, friend. Never. And there we are. We have reached a full 100 squirrels in the scurry. Thank you, Clara. There we are. Another donation of $10 to be racked up and... wait for a charity event to come along. You may now capture animals by using the capture mode, which may be enabled by selecting the appropriate icon from the mode selection in the Gales Keeps index. Makeshift net recipe has been added to the Sanctuary crafting log. Use the restraint to capture small animals. A hunting we will go, a hunting we will go. We're off to find some animals, or a hunting we will go. But first, I suspect I need to craft. Oh my, I need to craft some restraints. Oh my. Was snoozing, woke up and thought to check if there was no BO stream today. There is. Let's make 3. Oh, hold on, no, I've got some in my inventory. Well, let's just make 1 anyway. Make 2. There we are. Right. I still think that blue flower looks like it's a very, very confused sheep. That was what I thought there, Kel. Right. Let's get out of water mode and into capture mode. Oh my. Right. I saw some cute little animals. So let's go and fnibble at them. Right. Should we grab an Oppo? Oh. Oh! Caught you! Right. We have an Oppo. Hey, Canadian Dragon. Welcome in. Now, one thing I saw down here was a waterfall. But actually, more interestingly... Whee! That's a log. Capture a dodo. Are you classed as small? Ah, apparently you're not small. Well, apparently I need to find something smaller to catch. And I'm pretty sure that an island nanny is not going to be classed as smaller. Okay. Well, I guess we're after the lamb. We're on the lamb, boys. We're on the lamb. Ooh, it escaped. Welcome in, Sci-Fi. What do you mean this... that... Aha. So apparently there's a percentage chance. Yes, the dodo is not small. Apparently I am not sneaky enough for the lambs. Speaking of trying to capture things, we have a gullet in chat. For those who might be interested in trying to catch alongside. Always did it from behind. Don't know if it actually did it. Oh, interesting. Apparently that made no difference. It still noticed me. Well, we've got two lambs. We've got one Oppo. I saw something earlier that I thought might be interesting to try and catch. Let's see if I can find it again. Yep. Here we are. We got to try for a chocobo. Apparently we can't. Chocobo is not small. Do we want another Oppo? Let's go all Noah on this. 2x2. Oh, you scampered away, you little brat. I see you. Unable to execute. Insufficient items. You mean what? I need more. I need more restraints. Oh my. Come here, you. What do you mean you keep... The Oppo evaded your trap, despite remaining blissfully unaware of your presence. Wow. I'm almost more upset by that one. Right, there we are. Okay, we've caught two Oppos and two lambs. That feels like that's probably worth having a chat with the creature comforter after that. Yes, I know this is not MSQ. This is, however, what happens around here. Hello. Excellent work there, friend. Just excellent. The pasture's really come to life. Here, take this. It's some free feed I prepared myself. I want you to have it. Try offering it to an animal in the pasture. You can now feed animals by using the feed mode, which may be enabled by selecting the appropriate icon from the mode selection in the Keep index. Okay. So, no, that's capture again. Feed. Feed the lamb. I only caught one lamb? Huh. This is squirrel, although it doesn't have a squirrel. I know. I kind of wish there was the opportunity to... Oh. Squirrel, appropriately. Island sweet feed. Some animals, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The Oppo feels pleasantly stuffed. Look, if you annoy me, I'll make sure you are. Lost lamb feels pleasantly stuffed. Okay. You did it. I'm proud of you. When an animal has been fed and looked after by its master, it'll feel loved. And when an animal feels loved, it leaves a little something born from pure happiness. Leavings, they call it. Uh-oh. It does have a squirrel option. Ooh. Enable the gather mode from Keep's index to collect leavings from animals in the pasture. You can now interact with animals in the pasture by using the pet and beckon mode. Island sweet feed recipe has been added to the sanctuary crafting lot made from apples. This will fill an animal's stomach but only slightly improve its mood due to high sugar content. Hey, if I leave it out for long enough and it gets alcoholic, will it make its mood happier? Island green feed and premium island green feed recipes have been added to the sanctuary crafting lot made from vegetables grown in the Varian cropland. Oh. My vision has been realized. I am now at level 3. Right. So let's... I don't see any leavings. What the heck am I... Let's pet the Oppos a little. Oppo licks your hand in sheer joy. Well. Even the lamb licked my fingers. I don't see anything by way of leavings, though. Okay, so apparently you can't feed them too quickly. Leavings come the day after they need time to digest. Of course they do. Right, let's go and talk to the felicitous furball. For we are fnurballing. Everybody's fnurballing flightly. You've finished the pasture already. Very good, very good. Let's see, perhaps next you can find a use for all the materials you'll be getting from the animals in Cropland. We should make a workshop and craft, Isleworks Handicrafts. That's a fine name as any. Lest you worry, you need not concern yourself with the crafting. Nay, I'll make my subordinates do it. I enjoy watching them suffer. Okay. We're awfully pressed for space as it is, so we'll need to clear away the trees around here in order to build a workshop. For all matters concerning the wanton destruction of plant life and vegetation, for the pathological pathfinders are the mammoths for the... Hideaway may now be expanded. Speak with the pathological pathfinder. Mark 1 to get started. Is it me, or this really is heavy on the alliteration? I almost can hear several members of the Final Fantasy team just going, "We're going to have fun with this. Let's see just how silly we can make it and take all of this." Ah, you must be the owner. Our felicitous friend told me today is the day I can finally do the job I was created to do. Will you let me do that job? Oh, God. Cut away this vexatious vegetation. Vexatious You really are pushing it now. Take a seat, you're about to see something real special. Somebody going through a dictionary and a thesaurus trying to find letters that line up. What the heck is that sci-fi? There was an error getting that emote. Okay. Ooh, wow. Apparently we've cleared quite a bit of space. That's a lot of land. A creepy grin. That definitely. Site is ready. Well. And that's how you do it. Goodbye, irksome trees and plants. Hello, vegetationless land. If you like what you saw today, I'm always happy to do more. Just need the shells to get the necessary help. You can use these 2 plots to build a workshop, or at least that's what the furball told me to say. You can leave it as is or play around in it for all I care. If you do decide to build a workshop, you'll be needing plenty of limestone, and you'll break your hatchet if you try to chop a rock with it, so you should probably make a hammer. There's nothing better than a hammer for smashing things. As for the materials you'll need to build the workshop, beats me. Felicitous Furball said something about writing them all on the logboards, though. Oh, I suppose there's enough space for you to release your minions now. But I can't see why you'd want to do that. Are we, your loyal, hard-working mammoths, not enough for you? Because by releasing them, you're saying we're not enough for them. New plots of land are available. Further expansion appears possible, but you will need a sizable amount of seafarers' cowries to cover the necessary expenses. Aelkeep's Stone Hammer recipe has been added to the Sanctuary crafting log. Crafting this new tool will allow you to gather various stones from rocks by smashing them. You may now release your minions and allow them to roam around various locations within your hide array. Access managed minions from the Aelkeep's index to begin. Furnishing glamours are now available. Select manage furnishings from the Aelkeep's index to create furnishing glamours. Furnishing glamours? I'm sorry, F and G? You're failing on your lettering here. And decorate your island. So. Time to go smashy smashy. Right. Ooh, I am short of vines. Of course I am. Let's see. If I need vines, where would they be? Not here, but we might as well get this anyway. That's leaves. There's 2 more remotes that go with it, apparently. Ah! Isn't it a pair of eyes either side? There's more leaves. Oh, the vines are from the plants. Logs and branches, but since the branches are needed for the hunting nets, there we are. That's where you get vines. Finally. Gather bundles of island vine. 4 of them. Something tells me the vines I'm about to use to gather to make the fnerblings are about to be fnerbled away from me. You're not vines, you're not vines, you're not vines, you're apples, but I need you for the... I think you also give me vines? Yes, you do. Excellent. Oh hey, actually I've got enough logs, stones, and... Ah, I see. It's telling me the materials I need to make the hammer. 1 hammer. Hammer! Right. And of course, I now need vines to be able to build the thingamahoosit that I need to fnurble with. Of course I do. And I need limestone and more vines. Everything else I've got. So the logs, I've got 20 of 10. The palm leaves, I've got 15 of 10. I just need limestone and vine. Weren't vines a thing that was an internet thing like 3 years ago, which in internet terms is 4 decades? That's more vines, which is good. Is this rock or dirt? That's dirt. Ooh. We've got limestone. One of them. I'm just going to keep gathering the sand in this area. Game music. Why stop? Are we no longer in an area that gets music? Hello, Elkhorn. Welcome in. How are you doing? Okay, that's 4 out of the 5 vines I needed. Look, from Anime Frontier. Ah, yes. I saw your note saying that that was what you were up to today. I hope that you're having fun. Ritsu, welcome in. That should mean that these vines are back again. And we have a Pokemon in chat. It is a Stantler. Krish, welcome in. Okay, so we've got enough vines. I just need lots and lots of stone. Now, the interesting thing is, it's telling me to go back over that direction. I saw a decent supply of stone over here earlier. You're never going to let him live that one down, are you, Cal? Never going to live it down. Never going to run around. Never going to let you be anything but story fun. Now, was it over here? Huh. No, I'm lost. We also have the game equivalent of penguins. Nope. I could have sworn I saw stone around here. I'm blind as a bat. And Elkhorn caught the Stantler. Ooh, there. What are you? Lord Popoto. I caught some Islewort. How's it called a wild Popoto and it gives me Islewort? I mean, it's like that feels backwards and forwards. Ah, that's what I was gonna try and catch. Restraints. I'm going to use up all my vines, but I'm going to get some squirrels! Here, squirrel. Here, squirrel. No! Squirrel escaped. Just remember, rowdy bow, not murder bow tomorrow. Exactly. Squirrel! No! I want the squirrels! Please, squirrel, be my friend. Oh, Dagnabbit. I'm out of vines. Baths making humbug. Flying on the island just makes things easy. It really does. I should learn to... I should go around the whole island and get all the things that I need to be able to fly. Back to gathering. You see, you found the squirrels while I was dealing with a wine shipper that did not, in fact, have wine in it. Well, that feels like it's distinctly... that's where all the stones were. Mislabeled. The squirrels didn't want to be my friend. I shall make more nets and more restraints and try and make friends with the squirrels. It's like, following directions? Really? Me? How dare I? Granted, I will also say I'm only going to do this for this bit for about an hour. I'm going to keep an hour and a half for actual MSQ. Because, well, that feels like it's a good split. Somewhat oversized bots. It has whiskey tasty bottles. Ooh. Yum. I'm reminded of, I think it was Master of Malt, who did a Barry. A suitcase full of whiskey tasters. 365 of them. Except, it didn't come with the suitcase. There's more limestone. Oh, this isn't the... Where the heck is the stone? I know the stone's far off on the map. Right. Can I craft some more nets? I really, really want... I know what I want. I really, really want. In the area it told you. What? Yeah, I know I'm going in the wrong direction for the things that I need. I want squirrels. I tell you what I want. What I really, really want. Don't tell me what I want. What I really, really want. I really, really want a squirrel. Ow. I'm a little bit confused by why this area of the map doesn't have any audio. That seems like an oversight. Trying to recruit more members of the SLA. Of course. Would it be me if I didn't? Right. We return to capture mode. Come on. Here, squirrely. Come on. We're going on a pub crawl. We're going on a pub crawl. But apparently not with you. These squirrels are very squirrely. Oh, do I need to be a higher level? Am I just not good enough for these squirrels? I'm just not good enough for these squirrels. Right, fine. Luck is not with me. No. I'm assuming there must be something that impacts this as well. It can't just be luck. If it was purely luck, then Aaron Jesus is attempting to swiftly kick me in the fnurbles. I will gather enough for a couple more nets, and we will try once more to squirrel. And then we will focus on trying not to squirrel. I think it's just luck. Catching low level is still a pain later. Boo! But squirrels! We need a pub crawl. I mean, there is some of the stone in this area, so every so often I get at least one more bit of stone. Here we're going on a pub crawl. The squirrels are running away. Trying to figure out why they don't want to play. Can't think why. I shall catch them in a net and take them home. And feed them and love them and pet them and call them George. No, we won't call them George. Right. I'm sure we got enough for 2 more attempts. Come on. 2 more nets. Market in your game has pork selling for 171 versus the 45 base. Blimey. Right, where did we leave the squirrely? Squirrely. Right, I'm going to try an uphill squirrel because the downhill squirrels have not been liking me. Right. You. We caught one! We caught a squirrel. We caught a squirrel. We're going on a pub crawl. We're going on a pub crawl. Yay! Sorry. Can we repeat it? Come on. There we are. Suddenly luck has changed. Aaron Jesus has decided it was time to let us catch some squirrels to take them home with us. Right. Now we focus on what we were supposed to be gathering. And everything else. Boing. Boing. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. are 2 vines short and 6 stone. So we'll get the vines and then we'll go and get the stone. At this point, I'm going to level up purely by being focused on squirrel. As if that's never happened. Focus on squirrel, level up by squirreling, never happens. Whoa. Apparently I ran my motorbike into the river. Oopsie. What are you? Ah, more vine. Might as well get spare. You're rock. Yay! Rock and roll. We're on a roll now. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna catch all the things that are around me. Here we find the ever-present Scotsman, confusing himself, collecting all the things, and wondering just whether or not he actually has any clue what he's doing. The answer to that, no. Ah, this was the area that had all the rocks in it. Okay. I did find this earlier. 8. 9. 10. Hammer time! 11. 12. Overdo it? Yes. 13. Never hurts to get more of what you don't need. Gather it now, I don't have to gather it later. Also, it resets the things and lets me get more of the stone. And we have a Litwick for those who aren't attempting to gather stone and are more interested in Pokemon. I need 10. I'm now at 19. Over the top? Yes. And this is the way we squirrel around, squirrel around, squirrel around. This is the way we squirrel around and wonder what we're doing. Oh my! You can do quite a good loop in this area and get lots of vines and lots of stone and lots of logs. And not really have to think about it or go too far. Oh, the Litwick escaped. Oh well. Part of me says, is there a limit on how much you can collect before it tells you that you've got too much in your inventory? The rest of me says, there's an advert break running, so I'm just going to carry on collecting until the end of the advert break, and then we will go and see what we're supposed to be doing with all of this material. Do, 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 do. This is the way we squirrel around, squirrel around. No, no. Accidentally clicking on the The squirrel on my shoulder. Don't think I can catch that. I've already got it. What was it? There's an angel on my one shoulder, a demon on the other, and I'm deaf in one ear. And I've got a squirrel on the third shoulder. Wait, what? How did I end up with a squirrel on the third shoulder? I must be a hunchback. Okay. Pretty sure that is now overachieving what I need for building the workshop. So, let us... 3 kobolds in a trench coat confirmed. Exactly. 1 on the bottom. Strong is he. 2 in the middle, carrying the 3 on the top, pretending not to be 3 squirrels in a trench coat. Okay. I needed 10 slabs of island limestone. I've got 36. Right. Let's go and build this workshop. And actually, let's get some actual music in the background. That one. That one. Oh. Interesting. I thought you could... Yeah, hello. Facility 1 log board. You'll do. Construct a facility. What do you want? A workshop. Yes. I'd like a workshop. Have a good luck, Raven. Three mammoths in a workshop. Ooh, hey, that's nice. Hey, it's even got a windmill. That's cool. I like that. We have a building. Yay! What are you going to say, mate? I see you built a workshop. Shame. I liked how the place looked before. Anyway, I suppose you can have a team of mammoths craft stuff now. If you have them sell the items they craft, it should become a valuable source of seafarers' carries. Carries which you can then give to myself and other like-minded models so that we can keep doing what we do best. Oh, and before I forget, don't expect any buildings to be constructed as quickly as this one going forward. Team worked extra hard since there were no functioning facilities to speak of, but now there's hardly any rush. Oh, so from here on out, you build it and then you've got to wait a couple of days. Ah, lovely. Workshop is now available. Speak with the tactful taskmaster at the cozy cabin to set up a production schedule. 8 hours, you want to say? Hours, not days. That feels like it's a couple of in-game days. Materials are automatically expended according to our workshop's given agenda. You may schedule alerts to notify you of potential shortages by accessing sanctuary settings. Sanctuary settings? Really? It's so much alliteration. Constructing a building will now require a set number of hours Earth time to pass before it's fully constructed. All buildings, aside from the cozy cabin, may be moved to a different location by accessing the appropriate logboard and selecting Move Facility. For additional information, access the guide from the Owl Keeps Index. Maximum Sanctuary rank has been increased. Raise your Sanctuary rank to unlock new Sanctuary crafting recipes and types of buildings. Woohoo! My vision has been realized. And I'm on rank 4. Woohoo! And I've learned a new recipe. And I now may renovate the cozy cabin. Customization has been added to the... I didn't see all of that. Customization of something's been added. Ah, Tactful Taskmaster from the workshop. At the workshop, we take the materials you've gathered from the isle and use them to make Isleworks handicrafts. Once you set the agenda, we'll get to work. When production of the handicrafts in question is have them shipped to sell. Just be aware that we take pride in our work, and it means we take our time to make the goods. Once you've shared the agenda with us, there'll be nothing left for you to do. Take a stroll, a nap, or whatever you like. Let you know when the handicrafts have been shipped. Oh, God. Documentation! Oh, wow. Current season 5. Really? This is seasonal? Good lord, I didn't know that I was going to be working with Monday.com. Hey, Furball. You get to tell me what you want, and then I go away. Ah, this once lush land has at last begun to look like a proper civilization. Anyway, with the trees, the bugs, the sunlight, and the sights, I say. Oh, no, I say. Away with the... lovely. Whatever. Let there be bricks and buildings and subjects to be exploited. Yes. Each season lasts a week, Tuesday being day 1. Ah. Sounds about right. Ahem, I think it's about time I retired to the cabin. Now you may capture wild animals, sow seeds, and remove what vegetation abides this isle to build wondrous mammoth-made edifices in its stead. So be it. Uh-oh. What's he up to? Since I trust each one of those Pathfinder units about just as far as I can throw them, I will tell you this myself just in case. Should you wish to begin production of craftworks, speak with the tactful taskmaster. Already been there, dude. Not really worked out what I want to do yet, but hey. If you have further questions or experience any trouble, I encourage you to review the Innkeep. Islekeep's indexing. I made it precisely for such occasions, after all. Right. I vote that we go and feed the squirrels, because otherwise they'll go on a scurry. When at a loss as to how to progress, speak with the Felicitous Furball for hints about how to realise your current vision. Congratulations, you've unlocked all the key features available in the Island Sanctuary. Now you're free to cultivate the lands as you see fit, create the land of the paradise of your dreams. Excellent. My paradise involves many more squirrels. Ooh. Hello. Pathological Pathfinder Mark II is available but locked. Interesting. Where's my squirrel? There they are. Feed the squirrels. Tuppence a back. Wait, what? Yay! A stuffed squirrel. Pet the squirrel. Pet, 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 pet. Squirrel licks your hand in pure joy. Well, better than having it nibbled. You know what this means. We have to fill this area with squirrels. Is this all? Yeah, that's all okay. From here on out, we don't get anything other than squirrels. No. Guts needs rare ones too, of course. Alright, let's see what we can build with the agenda. Isleworks potions, fire sand. Ah, I see. Demand shift increasing, predicted popularity high, average, very high. Okay, so I could make some grilled clam, but I don't have any clams. Provided the RNG lets me catch them. Well, yes, that's a problem. Average, low, high, very high, but that needs pumpkins, which I haven't grown yet. I haven't got any brushes. I was about to say bushes. That needs fur. Why do I have a feeling I'm going to end up upsetting my animals? Wooden chair. Demand shift is skyrocketing. Hey, this place doesn't have RNG outside of the capture when it comes to gathering. Okay. Only a problem the first 12 times. Nope. Nope. Ooh. Makahooty. Set pattern to the demand. The loot is long enough that it's took a Discord to collate the data. Good lord. Right. High. I saw something that was going to be very high, but I can't make it. High. No. So I can make the higher sand, fire sand, or a wooden chair. Oh, the value. I forgot. I should be looking at the value as well. That's only got a low popularity though. Very high. Right. Let's make 2 lots of fire sand. Actually, no. Okay. Select 2 rest cycles. I see. Okay, fine. We'll just do 2 lots of fire sand and leave it at that. Right. Aha! We can renovate it. Got. Don't have copper ore. Fine. Maybe the mammoths, but they still get 2 days off of work a week. Makes sense. And we have a soul rock for those who want to catch Pokemon. So I could build another workshop, but I don't really want to. Okay. This feels like I'm probably at the point where I've done everything I can on the island. I've got no seafarers carries. I could buy some hats, some shirt. I could buy some equipment. I can make myself look good. Oh, hey. Yeah, no, right, fine. With that, it is time. It is time. Time to get the smeg out of here and actually get on with some MSQ. How dare we? MSQ? I mean, the other alternative is find out where the heck everything is in this island. Because there's a lot of island, and I haven't explored it. But I think MSQ. Can buy glamour prisms from the guy. Useful. Time to return to hashtag inspiration warning. Hi ho, back to MSQ we go. This is what happens when I find I need to focus on the things. Whee! I still think that bridge is lovely. Right. To the main storyline. How dare we? We're actually pondering the storyline. Buckle up, everyone. He's thinking about actually progressing. I mean, there's like 4,000 other storylines around the world that I could always go for. But let's go for the main one. Airship landing. Airship ticketer. Back to Radzatan. Where did I leave that Aethernet? There it is. Right. Buried memory. Let us return to the storyline. How dare he? He's actually pondering to do some storyline. Hello, Mr. Attendant. I have returned to the guest chambers. Whee! We will continue. After all that, we're having a snack. Perfectly timed. After all that work on the island.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
What do you expect? We're in a world of mortals. I mean, we did just take you on a tour. See last week.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all. While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
Lore dump! Hello, Tor. Yes, well, you've just missed me spending an hour on Squirrel Island. I did slightly MSQ ignore for an hour. Also, we've got an ad starting in a second, but let's see what happens with the lore dump. How are you doing, though, Tor? Had Chinese food. Checking Twitch came second. Yep.
Please.
That kind of makes sense. I can understand. As I say, all you missed was me roaming around an island, collecting squirrels. Eventually. They didn't want to go on a pub crawl. For some reason. Apparently they didn't like the restraints I was using. Oh my.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace.
Ooh. Lore! Come on, get the ad over with. I know you're about to start it.
But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men.
A black art? Ooh.
Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings, known as Eidolons.
Hello, Aldi. How are you doing, friend? And there's the ad that I was waiting for. So I'm going to not progress the lore dump until that's over. Eidolons. We've had icons and primals, and they're all very similar in name. Yeah, so let's see. I may spend a bit of time over the holiday, obviously, progressing the island. I said that beef. Whoa, Blacklad, 50 stream streak, 50 squirrels in a shuttle? Why? Well, how else are the squirrels supposed to get to space to join the Squirrel Space Force? Why are they streaking? Well, they are squirrels. Welcome in, Blacklad, and thank you for the 50 stream streak. Oh. Right. Okay, I have not progressed the lore during that ad break. Let's move on.
The Asians. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Yeah, there we are. Have they gone through all the old summon names by now or not? Eidolons was 13. Good lord. And thank you for joining the scurry, Blacklad.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer.
Ooh. More lore.
When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power. The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria.
So that's the equivalent of the Warrior of Light. We've had the Warrior of Light with Warrior of Dark, and now we've got the Warrior of Crystal. And I actually have an up-to-date game now, so the healer offer goes back up. Thank you, Tor. I don't know whether or not I'll need it, but we will see.
My mother was one such Memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
Well, if you fight, you often get tainted by...
And so you were born part Void Sent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
Maybe that was the problem.
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace.
Oh.
Only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie doodle.
They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Void Sent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Stop preempting the lore dump. Look, just because I can see the trends and the directions coming 3 miles away.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
Ah, Stinian speaking from experience there.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them.
Interesting outfit.
For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality.
One of the old tome coats with the 51 hat, thinking it. Cool.
I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through.
I am not making any comments about that phrasing.
And find my world changed beyond recognition. Into the lightless waste you saw.
Oopsie.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Void Sent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured.
Nom 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 nom.
We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
That sounds like Estinian then. Uh-oh.
A lost world, you say?
Stolla's about to say something. Come on, you Stolla, you've got a lore dump, haven't you?
I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. We warned that this will take a while.
Is Stolla going through her version of a lore dump and quickly bringing Zero up to speed? Much time passes. Probably several hours. 3 additional rounds of food were brought, and occasionally Y'shtola had to sleep midway through this conversation, simply because there was so much information. Zero got confused. Estinian got bored. We did wonder where Thancred was, but he was probably hanging out somewhere.
Then, unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
You're expecting a whole recap episode. I mean, I strongly suspect that there was an entire recap episode. They just didn't have the budget to film it.
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction.
Balance? Balance? Have you seen Estinian? I was too, Kel.
Cause to hope there may be a way to restore light and life to the 13th.
Fade to black.
Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees.
Oh. In the beginning, there was one world, and that world had big, powerful people in big capes. They screwed up and broke it into 14 bits. Oops, hold on. And then screwed up those extra bits more to try and fix things. Spoiler, they screwed up the screwing up, or had the screwing up screwed up for, for them. The end. There, no long conversation needed. Thank you, Tor. That was the short version. And here's another Pokemon for those who are trying to catch those as well. We have an Omastar. Yes, but Y'shtola, your definition of possibilities generally tends to be more informed than pretty much anyone except maybe for Orianger. Where is he, by the way? I'm sure we're due for a lore dump from him.
But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Can we borrow a
Wait.
Lopperet?
I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to...
Yes, we meddle. Oh, sorry, you mean fix things, don't you? Meddling.
But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more.
Oh, Estinian. Look, you yourself know you full well enjoy meddling. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids and that dratted Estinian.
But we scions, former scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone.
See?
And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Ooh. You blame this on me? You absolutely know me well. You also want to do it, don't you? Nod. Yep.
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
Aww. Come on, you know you want to.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Voidsent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price.
Exactly. He does seem to like his bunnies. Yeah, Ariasha's probably playing with the bunnies, isn't he?
And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more.
Aww.
I will consider this a deposit.
Oh, really? An apple for a deposit? I like you. Still unsettling hearing an adult voice coming from the child. Yeah. At least you're not confused by an elephant anymore. Here we have a spread of food. An apple is one of those. Next. Hector. No, not until the next thing. Meow. We're back to the good music. Come on, where are we going next? Oh. Though our time in the void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives, and it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. Yes. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend, for your encouragement to embark upon my search anew, and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. What the? I like the slug going across and the guy going, "Did I just see that? I better go and deal with it." I believe the response to "surely something else will make me react with what the smeg" is going to be Hildebrand. Kel. It's got to be Hildebrand, and we will have to introduce you to Hildebrand. Golbez and his minion... or Godbert, just as much. Golbez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts, of this we can be sure. But with you all at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed, that we can find and liberate my sister, and that we shall return home together. And Mum. Never forget Mum. How could I forget that frying pan, Frau K? I'm just going to get some silver. Hildebrand, and I cannot remember how to spell it. Yeah, nobody can. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Oh. 2 down. He's gonna be upset.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbaricia. Useless, the both of them.
Aww. Did we take away your toys?
It was no lie. They conspire with a Memoriad.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here.
Well, yes.
The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
Interfering interlopers. Have you been talking to a fnerbling... Oh, no, sorry. Different group.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnezzo's cooperation.
Fnurbling furball, exactly.
Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along. As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for scheming.
Right, so basically we've got the brains and the brawn here.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Yes, we shall crystallize you.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Boring.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Ha-ha! Some excitement for a change.
Completing this quest adds a relevant level cap quest nearby if you seek Squirrel. Squirrel! This Zoom call has ended. Why are we staring at his pants? Oh, he's walking.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps.
You might have to, dude. You've only got so much of a bridge.
The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall.
A prison of passivity. Are you sure you've not been talking to an alliterative, fnurbling, felicitous furball? Also, that looks like an Ascian. Did you beat up the Ascians, dude?
What irony that the blessed damned should set us free. As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled.
Dude. Fade to black. Just before an ad starts as well. Woohoo! Into the light. Well, that would be the end of a block of storyline. And now we can start the next block. Fade to ads. Exactly. Perfectly timed there, Blacklad. Also, perfectly good RNG there on the Fnurbles as well. But yes, the Into the Light is... Let's have a quick look. Complete the main scenario quest, Buried Memory, which generally means I've completed one of the main story quest subsections. I collected a Void Bound. Near completion. One of the patches. 6.2. I've finished 6.2! I am only multiple patches behind. but I've done another one. Woohoo! Thank you, Raven. Yep, a full patch has been completed. Time to start the next one. Just as soon as the ad's finished. Hey, what do you know? I'm actually making progress. Right. We now return you to our previously continued storyline. Here we go again. Sinrio, as always, your timing is most fortuitous. I wish to share with you news concerning Zero. How many patches behind am I? Well, 7 is out, Kel. I think. Is 7 out? Yeah, 7's out. 7.4 is next Tuesday. Yeah. A few. I think it goes to 6.5. They go up as far as 5 before turning up to the next number, don't they? Yeah. You will recall that in exchange for ether, she agreed to aid us in our search for my sister. Another Saturday stream? You trying to end my streak? Something like that, Mad. I'm actually trying to progress game. But you never know. I think we're going to be keeping going the Saturday streams for a while, because apparently I'm 1.2-ish patches behind. At Ishtola's suggestion, I began providing said ether in the form of food. Zero has found the arrangement agreeable and has been eating steadily. In large part due to that, she claims to have already made a full recovery. 1.2 expansions. Meh. But not next week because holidays. Correct. There will be no stream next Saturday. There will also be no stream next Friday. And for a few days after that. In fact, an entire week. In fact, the next 2 Saturdays will have no stream. If you and the others are ready as well, I would set forth for the void once more. And we have a Makuhita for those who might want a Pokemon. Excellent. I shall inform Y'shtola and Estinian, and then go to collect my other vessel from the alchemists. Ah, all the bodies coming back, Kel. In the meantime, might I ask you to fetch Zero? She was absent when I visited her chambers earlier, but I suspect you will find her in the corridor connecting Uj and Kama. It seems she's grown partial to the view of the city it affords. Once we have attended our respected casts, let us gather there. Ah, we're heading for there. So, Alzadal's piece. Once more unto the void, dear friends. Once more. I'm on the wrong level. Fine. I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Excuse me. Didn't mean to run through the elephant. If in doubt, let's go to Camera instead. Right. Right turn. I should have known that they meant the upper areas for, you know, having it. There's Zero. Hey, Zero. I couldn't see you from downstairs. Ooh, Dahatiri. Dahatiri. Excellent news. Trade is resumed. and merchants from all over are once again passing through the city peddling their wares. Our town finally feels a touch more vibrant. That's good. Zero! Hello, Zero!
Everyone is so carefree.
You should have seen it at the beginning of the patch. We were a little bit more upset.
Unafraid and unconcerned in spite of their weakness. And how easily their lives could be torn apart in an instant.
Yeah, we had to work for that.
Such luxuries are lost to us. We have no hopes or dreams, not even the release of death. Only hunger. Others are a means to an end. At times, a literal one. We forge covenants with men and come here to feed. Or to die. I thought it would be no different when I was summoned by Xenos. Lives were tools to him, to be used and discarded at whim. In that respect, he was a void-sent at heart. But towards you, and you alone, he behaved differently. And I cannot fathom why.
Plot armor!
What was it that drove him? What made him choose such an end?
Dab, welcome in. Happy Saturday.
But enough about that man. He is dead and we are all better for it.
Aww.
Why are you here? Was there something you needed?
We're going on a bear hunt. Oh, well, there. Dragon.
So you're heading back now. Then as per our bargain, I will go as well.
Lass, you and Estinian need to have a good long chat. You both have the same sort of habits of wandering off with... You have soup. Yay, soup. Estinian is very similar in, we'll do this. Goodbye. Where are we in relation to where we're going? It's not worth using the Aethernet. Let us just head straight uphill on foot. Wait a minute. How have I never noticed that before? I failed to notice a sightseeing log. Palace at the Swamp of the Satrap serves not only as a residence, but also as the centre of Razatan's government, meaning Cloud Messenger in the old Askadara tongue. Megaduta was built at the summit of a rocky megalith, its great doors admitting an endless stream of servants, petitioners, and official visitors. Welcome to Endwalker. Occasionally, I remember that I'm actually supposed to look for these things. There's also one on top of the jumping puzzle. What jumping puzzle? Not easy to see. Really easy to see in a sightseeing log. Just look at the large bit of tree with a big hat and a camera. Near the entrance to the city. Finally finished the jumping puzzle last week. Hate jumping puzzles. The entrance to the city. Am I about to be distracted? You've just thrown a squirrel at me. Entrance to the city. Which entrance? There's like 3. Do you mean the one down at Pasca's Path? Or do you mean the one over towards Favnir? Pasca's Path it is. Okay. OG entrance. So there's a jumping puzzle around here. Oh. Hello. How have I never noticed that before? Yeah, 50-50 on Squirrel today. Yeah, you parried the side quest. The other one is at the other entrance. Of course it is. Ah! Fnurbles. I don't know, it's a shiny object. I should have noticed it. Well, apparently I'm capable of missing shinies. Ah! Twice. This is why I hate jumping puzzles. Ha! Succeeded! You don't hate jumping puzzles. I'm almost incapable of varying the length of your jumps. Yeah, so am I. Nilopala nourishments. Hamza were originally reared for their sole purpose of harvesting their venom, until a breeder by the name of Nilopala devised a technique to remove the creature's toxin glands. The birds suddenly became a viable source of tender, succulent meat, and before long, Hamza dishes were considered a staple of Hannish cuisine. Still haven't reached the top of good. No, neither have I. Right. I am not going to squirrel any further. Honest. Kagane Tower is just nigh on impossible. Why do I feel like I should go and show it? What's that, chat? We should go and look at Kagane? Not now. Okay. What's that, Skippy? Scotsman's being distracted by a squirrel? Sorry. You cheated the Kagane, your sister did it for you. Yeah, it seems logical. Oh, Elliot, we're all here. Ishtola, you've been at the great work discussing your experiences in the Void with the alchemists. They found much of it surprising. They were equally shocked to learn that darkness prevents souls from finding rest. Okay. So much ether. I can't remember the time I felt such fullness. I could get used to this. Yes, this is how we get you onto our side. We find what you want, and then we give it to you. If you're ready to get back to it, then so am I. Short, to the point. Estinian, as always. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Everyone is here? Good. Let us set forth for the void once more.
Wait for it. Something's gonna happen. No. Okay. Uh-oh. No. No.
What is it?
It would be Estinian. Oh! Hey! Excuse me?
He's calling.
What is the meaning of this?
Excuse me? You don't know what your main body is doing?
Unless I'm mistaken, that was intended for one of your kin. Who?
It was for the briefest of moments, but I felt her. Ashdire.
Oh.
I thought she was in the void.
I went to just message, can I borrow your sister? Which would have been an interesting standalone comment, but seriously, if you were nearby, it'd be walking over and logging in. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be careful with context there, Tor.
As did I. Yet the presence was unmistakable. Thus did I call out, only for it to fade and vanish.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps she crossed over to the source, then immediately turned back.
There's a Pokemon in chat.
I do not know. Could she have found a way home?
At this convenient and unusually perceptive moment, when suddenly we're about to go after her? I think not.
The how of it aside, if she was indeed in the source, there may be clues where she came through that could lead us back to her.
Clues that can lead us back to her. Trap! It's a trap!
Where exactly was it that you felt her presence?
Far to the north. That was all I could discern.
Somewhere there will be a trap.
The north, you say? Beyond the bounty? Garlemald?
Uh-oh.
As good a place to start as any.
Are we about to get an ad?
My apologies, Zero, but your return to the void will have to wait.
Nobody caught the Pokemon. I think I was the only one who tried.
I told you before that I have no reason to go back there. Do as you will.
You have two and you're happy with them. If you're happy with your sisters, then you know. Then you're happy with your sisters, and you know. And you really want to know what the heck the singing goes, and I'm really wondering if I shouldn't have started this. Of course, Tor. We shall pause for an ad break. So, we're going to Garlemald again. Well, this'll be interesting. Last time we were there, it was a little bit, trashed. But hey, new place to visit as part of this storyline. And hey, you never know, Zero might film more at home in somewhere that's been completely smacked. Wrap up warm. Yeah, exactly, Tor. Right.
All right. I presume you wish to stay here in Radzatan until we return?
It's probably better. You'll get cold.
You've kept me amply fed. I wouldn't be averse to helping you on your search.
Oh, you're curious about our world. You want to see all the things. I want to see all the places with all of the ether that I can snack on. It's either that or we're growing on you.
If Ashdaya was indeed here, other Voidsent may have made the journey as well.
Zero is a cat. Yes.
Very well. We would welcome your company.
If it's decided, then I'll contact our associates in Garlemald. It's me. Still talking everyone's ears off, I trust?
Pray return to the Waking Sands.
Understood. We'll see you there. We're to rendezvous at Tertium. We'll need to teleport to make it there in time. Can you?
Aye. I know it well from my time as an avatar.
Then it seems we're all set.
If there is nothing else, let us see to our final preparations.
Ooh, gods revel, lands tremble. We've actually started a storyline segment. Oh my. Quest complete. So that was Dragon's Roar. Quite a trick. Imbuing one's voice with ether. Yep. Sister, was it really you? No, it's a trap. We have no reason to doubt Vitra. Let us depart for Garlemald as soon as possible. Yeah. Estinian, let's go. By all accounts, Ashdaya is Golbez's prisoner, yet if she was in the source, it could be that she managed to escape from the void, if only for a fleeting moment. But that is mere conjecture. If we want the truth, then we must go and find it. Come, let us make for Tertium. Our friends are waiting. And away! Quite literally. Hello, Tertium. We're going underground. Been a while since I was here. Let's ignore them for a second and head above ground and have a look around for a sec. Is this place still trashed? Yes. Oh, this place is still toast. And glowing faintly in the darkness. Oop. Hold on. Either way. Oh, he's wanted a glow-in-the-dark Doom Tower. I mean, who doesn't? That's the button I was missing. Let's get a good viewpoint. I mean, anyone else thinking of decked out? Look after yourself, Raven, and enjoy the concert. Yeah, this place is a little bit trashed. But enough brief sightseeing. Let us see what we're actually supposed to be doing. Hey ho, hi ho. We're here to do things, you know. I like the way that Varsan actually, you know, clearly understood the needs for wrapping up warm. I thought to depart from Razatan sooner, but Ishtola insisted I bring some warmer clothes. This vessel does not feel cold as such, but she reminded that, so long as I am Vashahan, it would be prudent to not to appear overly conspicuous. Yep. People live in such places, do they? Not that I would presume to know their preferences, but it seems uncomfortable. You think? I trust you know the associates who will be joining us. Hopefully they have been keeping well. Who do we have?
Any moment now.
My friends, 'tis good to see you again.
Alphino! The twins! Alphino and Alice.
And you.
Colin.
I was worried that the cold wouldn't agree with you, but you're both looking quite well.
You get used to it. It helps that there's no shortage of fuel and heaters like before.
Glad to hear it. Have you been working in Garlemald all this time?
The twins! Exposition and violence! The question is, Tor, which one is which? Because they seem to basically swap.
We have. Though the worst is behind them, the people still have a long road ahead. With the nation in ruins and the leadership void yet to be filled, there remains a lack of direction, a pervasive sense of aimlessness and worry.
I see today Alphino is fulfilling the role of exposition.
Still, everyone wants to make things better. And we're here to help.
Exposition is always Alphino, unless there's no one else there. Okay.
A lot of Garleans wanted nothing to do with us, but they're starting to come round. Slowly, but surely.
Fine job or undertaking? Undertaking.
Indeed, it has not been easy. But we've been able to make progress thanks to the cooperation of like-minded souls. The allied nations continue to send supplies, which allow us to meet basic needs such as food and shelter. Meanwhile, Euless and a number of soldiers have begun a restoration initiative, with more and more volunteers joining by the day.
It's one of those, if you show people how to actually build their way out of the complete nutter fnurbling problem that they're in, they'll probably want to join you.
Like Alphino said, they've got a long road ahead of them. But we'll get there together, one step at a time. But enough about events here. What brings you to us? And with new company, besides.
Well, that's one way of describing our new cat. Oh, sorry, Zero.
This may take rather a long time to explain, but bear with me.
Recap! Fade to black for recap.
The 13th. After traveling to the edge of existence, I thought you'd keep your escapades closer to home for a while.
Yeah, we were bored.
But I suppose there's no stopping you. Not that I'm one to talk, of course.
Yeah, you'd have jumped on the journey if you could.
The heart of an adventurer cannot be denied.
Ha ha. You just want to find a book to read, Alphino.
You could have at least invited me too. Surely there was room enough for me and Grahar in the undersea vault.
See? We don't need a new cat. We already have a cat. Even if she is technically blind and obsessed with her interdimensional censored. Well, yes. Don't forget the other cat that we also have, Tor. And it's right next door as far as this mess of shards go. Exactly. We barely even left the local space-time continuum. 13th occupies the same space-time as the source. It's closer to home. Exactly. We barely even left the regional dialects. I know what I mean. Aww. Sorry, or I thought you were busy. Fnurble. She's gonna be angry at us no matter which. I thought you were busy.
I know, I know. I only meant to tease. Mostly.
Solar system. Given that we're all shards of the same solar system as a result of it exploding, is it actually... do we ever leave the solar system? Ignore our previous adventures to the edge of the
But on a more
universe.
serious note, are we sure it's wise to keep Xenos' former avatar around?
Aww. Here we go. Untrusting Alice, eh?
I understand how you came to work together, but nevertheless...
You're right to be cautious. I'm a void sent, after all. But do not conflate me with Xenos. To recall my time in his service, it angers me.
Yeah. Xenos was a psychopath. She was bound to him. And now she's just a rogue for hire.
Is that so?
Uh-oh.
I think we'll get along just fine, you and I.
Reaper for hire, sorry. And Alice is already on her side. Edge of the Universe and Phanea are not in our home system. True. Bit like Nidog and Estinian. Yeah, those two have a habit.
Now that we are all caught up, to the matter at hand.
Yeah, we've taken 24 hours to catch you up by way of storyline.
As we were about to resume our search in the void, I felt the presence of my sister Ajdaya in the source. Somewhere in the far north. Perhaps even here in Galdemard.
Also, just had a thought. Zero is a Reaper, the class that uses a bound void scent for its most powerful skills. Does she just use herself for those? Not sure about that one.
If you have seen or heard anything out of the ordinary, I must know.
Well, there was this dragon's roar.
As a matter of fact, we may have.
Uh-oh.
In recent days, we have had to contend with a surprising number of void scent. And not the lesser kind that occasionally manifest, but ones possessed of considerable power.
Incoming!
You think they might have been summoned? By whom?
We're not sure. But as Euless reminded us, practitioners of a certain traditional Garlean art rely upon void-sent servants. While there are no known Reapers left in Garlemald, we can't rule out the possibility that some are working in secret.
To summon not one, but several powerful Voidsent is no small feat. But if Ashdaya was indeed called from the void...
Accidentally, probably.
Then it is likely the same party is responsible. Alternatively, the etheric confluence at the Tower of Babel may have triggered an expansion of natural fissures one could use to cross over. But I think that improbable, if not impossible.
Oh, never rule out the improbable.
Then we must assume these events have indeed been orchestrated.
Trap!
Well, summoned or no, we've been trying to track them to their origin. It's the mountains to the east, we think.
Ishtola has some of the nicest outfits for okay.
Can you guide us there?
I would, but the terrain is too difficult to traverse on foot. Nor is flying an option due to the winds.
Too much ground to cover in any case. Is there no way to narrow it down?
There is one place we thought to look first. An isolated village rumored to have once been home to a Reaper order.
That would indeed make an excellent start. Though the question of how to get there remains.
Eulus may be of assistance. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass and consult him.
Does this part of MSQ open up the ability to become a Reaper? Or has that already happened? Her dress will be 2 channel dyes from Tuesday. Woohoo! Hi-ho, hi-ho, off to Camp Ice we go. No, that was... Yeah, that's what I thought. But the whole sort of... Ah, yes, there's clearly Reapers around, let's go and visit them sort of thing. Feels like one of those... And this is how you become one sort of lines. Gotta worry about the slightly trashed train. Oh well. I still love that building. That is really rather cool. Pun not intended. Already unlocked by Eldar. If you have the unlocked Reaper, it will reference it here. Ah. I don't think I have. Sorry, didn't mean to bounce my my bike off your roof. Good lord, so many people! A village of Voidsent users, lest you think I have feelings on this. I don't. What others do is not my concern. Uh-huh. The people here struggle to survive as it is. The last thing they need is for Garlemald to be overrun with Voidsent. Exactly. Last I know, the only post 2x DPS you picked up was Gunbreaker. I think so. I expect it's been a good while since you spoke with Eulus. He will be glad to see you. Nothing appears to be out of the ordinary here at camp. Let us see what we find at this village. I've tempered my hopes, but thanks to Alphino and Alisei, we might learn something of Asdaya. I knew the twins wouldn't disappoint. Estinian, you lurk. Good lord, another ad break? Has there been that much storyline that we've been up to another ad? Hey, Eulus. Hi-ho, hi-ho, into the frozen waste we go. We're wondering where all of this is going to lead us now. was the pun I saw the other day? Oh, yes. Yeah, no. Moving on. 3, 2, 1. Ad break over. Thank you. Moving on. Exposition. Do I have upgraded gear in my inventory? I think I'm fairly high in... Raven made sure I was overgeared, true. El Sinrio, what a welcome surprise. And I see you're travelling with a large crew as usual. Yes. Not to suggest that's an inconvenience for us. We'd be happy to share our supplies with you and your allies, should you require any. Apologies if we interrupt, Eulus, but there is a matter we wish to discuss. We just finished our routine briefing, so you come at a good time. Is this about the Voidsent? Of course it is. It is, from what we can discern. They're coming from the mountains to the east. Practitioners of the Reaper arts once lived in that area, did they not? Huh. Yes, they had a village there in the Lapis Manalis caverns. A village in the caverns. Ooh. The Scythe wielders forged pacts with Voidsent and took to battle with the beings at their side. For a time they played an invaluable role in our military, but the advent of Magitech saw them fall out of favour. And when some were unmasked as insurrectionists, the order was outlawed. The village is believed to be long abandoned. My sister has been taken captive by Voidsent. I sensed her presence in this land, and have come in search of her. If Voidsent have been sighted here, then I believe there is a connection. We should like to investigate these caverns you mentioned, but Alphino tells us they are not easily reached. I'm afraid so. Deep snow and tumultuous winds rule out walking and flying. If you want to get anywhere, you're going to need a Magitech snowcraft. Alas, the last remaining functional one we have has broken down. Should still be over in the Cerulean Ingens, where it has been abandoned. Is there anyone who can fix it? Oh dear. Is it time for, Wedge and Biggs? Perhaps the former engineers at Tapper's Den. Their duty included transporting cerulean tanks to Uterna Platform G using snowcraft. I expect they had to maintain a few over the years. That's worth looking into, I'd say. In the course of delivering provisions, I've come to know people there quite well. If they can help us, I'm sure they will. May I ask you to accompany her? Given the presence of Voidsent, it's best that we avoid travelling alone. In the meantime, will you not tell me more about the mountain? I would like to learn as much as I can before commencing our search in earnest. I thought we were searching in the mountain. That took way too long to look up. You should be I-650 at this point. Let me check, Tor. Come with me, I'll introduce you to someone who's well versed in the local geography. Alisaie, was it? I wish to speak with you. Zero's going to have fun. In that case, why don't you come with us to Tapper's Den? We can chat on the way. To the west, chaos. To the east, mayhem. To the north, dirty dishes. I am currently 569. Wait, what? That can't be right. 650 is quite a bit higher there, Tor. Have you got two of those numbers backwards? That's a big jump. Check your best in slot. Ah. Something tells me I've got the wrong gear on. I must have saved it. Yep. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm at 640. Doesn't even look like the stuff you're talking about. How did I get that so wrong? I must have bounced back and forth between gear recently. However, I'm still 10 levels lower. Not worth a full crafted gear set of time. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what happens. Besides, we are nearing Pretty's mode, which the entire series, the entire stream has been. But Raven must have hooked me up pre-7. Yeah, well, Raven hooked me up just before we started doing these Saturday streams. Oh, I've missed where I was going. Hello. If you want to eavesdrop, be my guest. It doesn't matter to me. Right, I suspect we can go through this bit, and then we'll have to probably wrap up.
What was it you wished to talk about?
Ooh, spoken.
Why do you help these people?
Because it's fun.
What is it that you stand to gain?
Something to do.
I'm sorry?
She's not like
You
us.
don't act on behalf of a higher power, nor are you bound by a contract. In spite of this, you help them. Why?
And there I thought it was something serious. I help them because I want to. Because it's the right thing to do.
And because I'm a nosy busybody who enjoys making things far more interesting. And because plot.
But what do you stand to gain? You didn't answer the question.
Didn't I? I followed my heart. What I got out of it came after. Was there anything else? If not, let's keep moving.
Right.
I was about to say, I'm still nonplussed as well. I don't think you got an answer there.
To act not out of obligation or in pursuit of gain. To simply live. And they survive like this.
Yep. Survive, thrive, have fun. Cause chaos, mayhem, explosions. Twice on Saturdays. She's nonplussed still. We should get back to... Well, sorry, we should get back to it. But before we do... Are you alright, Zero? Did I say something that confused or upset you? Something like that, or... No, I'm simply trying to understand your perspective. If you wish to continue, I am ready and able. Well, that's a relief. This isn't the sort of place you want to mull over things. It's not too much farther to Chapper's Den, I doubt we'll have much trouble finding an engineer when we arrived. So let's speak to the first one we spot. It was more the fact that the first time I attempted to buy stuff to her, it didn't actually sell it to me. Well, apparently that was a very short flight. I didn't need to actually consider that. Because it's the right thing to do. Yeah, she's confused. This is one of the engineers, I think. Whatever gave it away? Wouldn't be either the outfit or the words spirited engineer floating above his head. Wait, I know you. You're the one who roughed up the guards. Yep, I got bored. After you left, your contingent friends came along. Our lives are a lot easier now, thanks to them. They understood our plight and offered to help, whether we wanted to stay here or return home. For that, we're truly grateful. We're grateful to you too, Alisay. The trip across the lake is hardly pleasant, but you make it all the same to bring us provisions. Oh, don't mention it. We're just glad we can help. That said, we're actually hoping to ask a favour of you today. We need a Magitech snowcraft repaired, the one abandoned in Cerulean Engines. We were told you might be up to the task. Ah, so you want to ride the mammoth. That's what we took to calling the crafts on account of their size. As often as I use them on rigs, I know a thing or two about them. I know a thing or two about their maintenance. I'll see if I can get your mammoth roaring again. It's the least I can do to repay your kindness. Wonderful. Please come with us back to Camp Broken Glass, and we'll take it from there. So far, so good, Sinreal. Let's be on our way. Forward and backward and forward and backward and forward and backward across the ice caps. Ah. I had to do it, Tor. I had to. Right, we're at 5 minutes. Bing, 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 bing. Thank goodness we were able to find someone to help with repairs. Don't worry, the mammoth is in good hands. Alfie's Vaha did Alex recently. Oh, voice artist did Alex recently, so they're impact here. What was that large creature back there? Trouble. You mortals are more sensitive to the cold than I realized. My body is made differently, so I feel nothing. Which one? There were a few big creatures in this area. Do you mean this one? An Oviboss. At one point, these things hated me. Nowadays, they're basically just giant, very, very angry, well, for want of a better description, they're giant angry goats that hate everybody. Fortunately, I am now way above the level at which they care. Welcome back. I presume this is the engineer who will help us with the craft. Nod. Yep. I'll do everything I can to get her up and running again. Hi, I just want to mention that earlier Sentret wasn't shiny. Oh, hey, Krish. but I doubt I'll be able to do so quickly, at least on my own. The mammoth is big and so are its parts. Some strong backs would make the work go faster. You have hours! Hello, Estinian. Incoming heavy lifters. I will get my shiny ferret. Keep trying, Krish. You will get it. You finished learning about the mountain, I take it. We have a solid grasp of that area, as well as the site of the snowcraft. My back is perhaps not as strong as some, but I should be able to glad to stand guard for Voidsent and other unruly wildlife. Much obliged, miss. Then let's all head over to the mammoth and assess what needs fixing. Stoic nod, and away! They have matters here well in hand, which means we can resume our duties. Would you care to assist us, Senrio? Wait, you're gonna send them off to do something? How about you, Zero? I will assist you as well, as payment for answering my question. It's hardly something that demands payment, but we'd be glad for your contribution nonetheless. Quest complete. Alphino has been added to the Unending Codex. Alizé has been added to the Unending Codex. Gallian Empire has been added to the Unending Codex. Magitech has been added to the Unending Codex. All the additions. At first I didn't know what to make of Zero, but her frankness speaks to me. I like her. I can't say I understand Alizé's answer, but a debt is a debt. Right. Let's see what Alphino says that we need to do, and then we will wrap up. My thanks again for agreeing to help. The Alabard contingent brings in shipments of food, medicine, and other necessities by airship. We have yet to deliver a share of supplies to Tertium, and I would appreciate it if one of you could assist us with the task today. I'll do it. Well, Senrio, looks like you're with me, then. Voidsent sightings have been increasing by the day, which is why I had a mind to go out and patrol the Eblen Reem. Shall we? Alright, so we're going to be going to fight some Voidsent, apparently. We're off to fight some Voidsent, some Voidsent, some Voidsent. We're off to fight some Voidsent. But that'll be another time. On that note, however, I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been fun. We've actually made progress with the storyline. Good grief, we've made progress, and we've got Squirrel Island going, complete with 2 of our own squirrels. Once we finally wrangled Darren Jesus into submission. Thank you to everyone for joining me on this. I will be continuing the Final Fantasy Saturdays in the new year, because, well, I won't be doing one next week, and I will not be back on the 27th, so that's 2 Saturdays where we will be skipping, but we'll be continuing this on the 3rd, more than likely. However, ignoring all of that, we shall be back again on Wilderness on Monday to carry on more mayhem, chaos, and unusual buildings. Thank you to everyone for joining me. I absolutely love having you all here, and I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Let me see, who shall we raid out to, however? For it is always nice to find somebody to send us in the direction thereof. And being a Saturday, there's quite a few more people around. Let's see. Let's see. We've got Moon playing RL Croft with Luna. We've got Minecraft Melly doing a Christmas district. We've got some Palia with the Baker. Or we've got Canadian Dragon and Clara both playing Minecraft on Sanctuary. You know what? I don't think we've raided out to Canadian Dragon for a little bit. Let me just double check. 11 days ago. That feels like a significant amount of time. Let us go and see what is going on with Canadian Dragon on Sanctuary. Either way, I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Actually, have we had the... No, we haven't. Grab a raid message. And let us go and have some fun elsewhere in Minecraft again. Take care, everyone. Look after yourselves. Don't be too much of a gremlin. Enjoy your weekends. And I will hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye.